Hey YouTubers, this is Cyberdyne24 here to do another installment on repairing a Stihl HS80 hedge trimmer. Let's take a look and see what we have for today. As you can see, I did a little bit more work to it than I said on the previous video. I did take the blades off because I realized that the blades were very dull and needed to get a price quote on brand new blades or just repairing the blades. And from doing my research, it would cost me about $115 to put two new 20-inch blades on this, or take it to a local shop. Guy runs out of his garage and he actually sharpens the blades up himself. Does it for a lot of landscapers. And a lot of landscapers says he does great work, and he told me it would cost about 20 bucks to sharpen them up. So I said, what a wonderful deal, can't go wrong with that. Now on the part situation, I was able to actually pick up some of the parts. Some of them I was not able to get. Wonderful. Great place to get parts from is Gruel Brothers in Crown Point, Indiana. It's on Main Street. Really good people. Very nice. They'll help you out, especially if you don't know too much about outdoor power equipment. Luckily, I have some pretty good knowledge, so I got pretty much what I needed. Also, another good place to pick up spare parts for your Stihl outdoor equipment is A&M Farm Center, and that is on Broadway in Crown Point. Another good place. That's actually where I'm getting my new X-Mark Commercial 21 lawnmower, hopefully this coming up week. And the parts that we actually have now, trying to get it out of the bag, is we have the pre-filter, new air filter, brand new spark plug, brand new gasket for the carburetor, and also a Walboro and rebuild kit. And this is the actual number, K10 WAT 09 2010. I would assume 2010 is the year it was made. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of parts in here. Now, with these Walboro rebuild kits, they're not necessarily designed just for one particular carburetor. They're really designed for tons of, different carburetors out there. So, believe me, there's a lot of parts that you're not going to be needing to use on this, but that's what you get. And pretty much all these parts right here cost me about 23 bucks. Not a bad investment. The only problems I really ran into were the fuel filter and the fuel lines. Unfortunately, Stihl does not make them anymore, and pretty much I have to get the lines custom from Gruel Brothers themselves. I mean, they'll have to find an equivalent line to it and cut it. Of course, also I'll have to get new grommets for the tanks, because the grommets are pretty much shot. As you can see close up here, kind of hard to see. Let me try to get this into the light. You can see right here the rubber grommets, they're just falling apart. I mean, everything needs to get replaced on it. Now, pretty much the things that we're going to be doing today is mainly just kind of a little bit basic cleanup work. Right now I'm going to create a little special mixture for degreasing all this stuff. Now if you have a parts washer with solvent, that's your best way to go. Let them soak in the solvent and you'll get all that grease and grime right off of it. If you don't want to invest the money in buying a parts washer, because they can be expensive, Harbor Freight does carry them and the solvent, but you know, I do not want to spend that much money right now. So I went to O'Reilly Auto Parts, picked up this super clean Tough Task degreaser, cleaner and degreaser. It's a biodegradable detergent. It's got not harmful chemicals into it, so I really don't have to worry about it. Because when you get into the parts washers, the actual solvents are pretty nasty, and you don't want to get you don't want to get it in contact with your skin. So pretty much, I have looks like a 2-gallon bucket. It's got warm water in it. I put Dawn dish liquid because you can't go wrong with Dawn. Dawn's a really good degreaser. I'm going to pour some of this degreaser into it. Then I'm going to submerge the exhaust, also the orange cover to it, and then just let them sit overnight. Then in the morning I'll take them out, wipe them down, blow it out. Plus also is I will then take some of this degreaser, spray it all over here, and wipe things down and get the air compressor on and just blow it all out and get it nice and clean. Be better to see what I'm dealing with. Let's put this back onto the tripod. Now, one thing you should always remember is this is the best way to go to actually clean any kind of parts and stuff like that. I mean, you could use carb cleaner or the foaming engine cleaner that you can get in the cans at any auto parts store, but they're very expensive. I mean, for me, going to O'Reilly's, their carb cleaner was $2.99. Same thing with the engine degreaser, it was $2.99 a can. I didn't want to waste my money in it. Plus also is I actually wanted to submerge these parts in some kind of degreaser and cleaner so that they'll get a nice clean job, and hopefully I'll get rid of all the junk that's actually inside of it. Here, I'll just grab a little trusty utility knife. That's always a good thing to have around in your shop, is to have a nice utility knife. Always keep spare blades. This is a nice old Sears Craftsman one, so definitely put it to good use. And plus also with this degreaser, it's actually also good to use as just, degreasing your countertops. I mean, granted, I have another degreaser that I use to do my countertops. I kind of had a blonde moment and didn't realize I could actually use that stuff for parts. I'm not entirely sure if that's actually designed to. I just want to be safe and make sure I'm actually buying a degreaser that is designed to work with auto parts, because I do not want to mess anything up on this. So I'm pouring quite a bit in there. Granted, you could always follow the concentration levels. I really don't. Take this right here. This is the actual head. As you can see, it's pretty much gunked up with grease and grime. Let it sit in there. Let it sit there for a day or just throughout the night. Pull it out. This baby should be nice and clean and grime free. You know what? I'll probably just throw a little extra bit of degreaser in here. You know, I'm not trying to take the lettering, the stickers off or anything like that. I'm just trying to clean the grease off. And of course, next is the exhaust. Exhaust is going to get in there because the exhaust is, the muffler is a really important thing to clean. Because as from learning from Donny Boy 73, just shouting his name out because he's been very influential in my small equipment repair, is that you would never want to start any kind of outdoor power equipment without taking a look at the muffler itself. If there's a lot of built up in the muffler, you know, that can actually break off and could possibly go inside the engine, and you can score your piston and cylinder. And with this, the piston and cylinder look fine from inspection through the exhaust port, as well as through the intake and also through the exhaust. So I don't want to have to put a brand new piston and cylinder on it, because you're talking hundreds of dollars right there. And that's pretty much just like getting like a brand new hedge trimmer. I might as well just throw this thing away and go buy a new one. So we're going to let this stuff sit in this bucket overnight. Hopefully we'll see some really good results. We'll definitely clean it. We'll wipe it down, blow it out, and then once I'm done with that, I will use my brass brush on my angle grinder, and I will grind off all the rust buildup that's on the muffler. And if all else fails, I do have a can of black spray paint. I will touch it up, do some touch-up work if I have to. Well, here's the pretty much the end of the second installment of repairing of the Stihl HS80 trimmer. Thank you for showing interest in this video, and next video will be actually rebuilding the carburetor itself. Y'all take care.